Hello students, in today's lecture we will study about miscellaneous anti-arrhythmic drugs. Miscellaneous anti-arrhythmic drugs include adenosine, magnesium sulfate, digoxin and atropine. Adenosine we have already studied in our last lecture. Let's begin with magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate is example of miscellaneous anti-arrhythmic drug. Mechanism of action is unknown. Probable mechanism of action is calcium channel blocker. Magnesium sulfate is calcium channel blocker and is drug of choice for Torsades D points. Torsades D points is characterized by polymorphic ventricular tachycardia and prolonged QT interval. Prolonged QT interval means repolarization is prolonged. And polymorphic ventricular tachycardia. Poly means multiple and morphic means QRS interval. The meaning of the word Torsades D points is twisting of points. That means QRS complex twist around the isoelectric line. Torsades D points treatment. Torsades D points can be congenital or drug induced. In case of congenital Torsades D points, intravenous magnesium sulfate is drug of choice for treatment. And in case of drug induced Torsades D points, intravenous magnesium sulfate is drug of choice for treatment. This is all about acute treatment of Torsades D points. Now, maintenance therapy or prophylactic therapy of Torsades D points. In case of congenital Torsades D points, beta blockers are drug of choice. And treatment of choice in case of congenital is implantable cardioverter defibrillator. Implantable cardioverter defibrillator is a device to perform cardioversion, defibrillation and pacing of the heart. Cardioversion means electric current is given to the heart to correct arrhythmia, and electric current is given in synchronized manner. Defibrillation, here also electric current is given to the heart to correct arrhythmia, and electric current is given in non-synchronized manner. It is non-synchronized electric current. And pacing of the heart means putting artificial pacemaker. So artificial pacemaker is a medical device that generate electrical impulse to heart so that heart chambers contract and pump blood. In case of drug induced Torsades D points, as maintenance therapy or prophylactic therapy is to avoid the drugs that increase QT interval. Avoid drugs like class 1A and class 3. Avoid class 1A drug and avoid class 3 drug that increases QT interval. That is, remove the cause as maintenance therapy or prophylactic therapy in case of drug induced Torsades D points. Another example of miscellaneous antiarrhythmic drug is digoxin. Digoxin has direct action on heart as well as indirect action on heart. By direct action, digoxin increases intracellular calcium in atrium and ventricle. So, digoxin stimulates atrial myocardium and ventricular myocardium. By stimulation of atrial myocardium, it results in atrial tachycardia, and by stimulation of ventricular myocardium, it results in ventricular tachycardia. Digoxin also has indirect action on heart, that is vagomimetic action. Vagus nerve is example of parasympathetic nervous system. By vagomimetic action, digoxin inhibits SA node and also inhibits AV node. Digoxin is vagomimetic drug. Vagomimetic means it is similar to vagus nerve in action. Vagus nerve is example of parasympathetic nervous system. Right vagus supplies SA node and left vagus supplies AV node. We can show this in the figure of heart. This is SA node supplied by right vagus, and this is AV node supplied by left vagus. Now I have put 5 arrows in the figure of heart at 5 different sites. These arrows indicate direct loading of calcium. So this here, direct loading of calcium in atrium, direct loading of calcium in SA node, direct loading of calcium in AV node, direct loading of calcium in Purkinje fibers, and direct loading of calcium in ventricle. So due to direct loading of calcium in atrium, direct loading of calcium in atrium and direct loading of calcium in ventricle, digoxin stimulate atrial myocardium and ventricular myocardium. This is the direct action of digoxin. It stimulates atrial myocardium and ventricular myocardium due to direct loading of calcium in atrium and due to direct loading of calcium in ventricle. Now what happens at SA node and AV node? At SA node, there is direct loading of calcium at SA node, as well as there is vagus nerve supply at SA node. Here also at AV node, there is direct loading of calcium, and also there is left vagus nerve supply at AV node. In spite of direct loading of calcium, we have to remember that vagal activity dominates over SA node and vagal activity dominates over AV node. So at SA node, vagus nerve result in negative chronotropic action, and digoxin is vagomimetic drug, so it also results in negative chronotropic action, that is decrease in heart rate. At AV node, vagal activity results in negative dromotropic action, so digoxin, which is a vagomimetic drug, results in negative dromotropic action. Negative dromotropic action means decrease in conduction through AV node. Decrease conduction through AV node. So due to decreased conduction through AV node, digoxin result in AV node blocking. So digoxin has AV node blocking action. Now this is very important. Digoxin has AV node blocking action, and this AV node blocking action is due to negative dromotropic action, which is due to dominance of vagal activity over AV node. Digoxin. Digoxin has AV node blocking action. So it is useful in rate control in atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter, that is, but after beta blocker and after verapamil. Let's revise atrial fibrillation and atrial flutter management. For acute attack of atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter, cardioversion is treatment of choice. If not responding with cardioversion, then we give intravenous ibutylide as drug of choice and then repeat cardioversion. For rhythm control, amiodarone is drug of choice. And for rate control, beta blockers are drug of choice. Second alternative is non-dihydropyridine calcium channel blocker, that is verapamil. And next alternative for rate control is digoxin. So in case of atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter with CHF, if congestive heart failure patient is having atrial fibrillation or atrial flutter, then digoxin is drug of choice. Digoxin is drug of choice in that case. Atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter in patient of CHF, digoxin is drug of choice. Now in case of overdose of digoxin cause arrhythmia, that is atrial tachycardia with AV block. So arrhythmia caused by digoxin overdose is atrial tachycardia with atrioventricular block. Atropine. Atropine acts as an antiarrhythmic drug. Atropine blocks M2 muscarinic receptor, so it increases heart rate. Therefore, atropine is used in treatment of bradyarrhythmia. Since it blocks M2 receptor, it is also used in AV block reversal, that is heart block reversal, atrioventricular block reversal. Now, AV block or heart block is of three types: 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. For 1 degree AV block, no treatment is required. 2 degree AV block is again divided into two types: Mobitz 1 block, that is Wenckebach block, and Mobitz 2 block. For Mobitz 1 block, that is Wenckebach block, no treatment is required. And for Mobitz 2 block, treatment, if symptomatic, atropine can be given 1 mg intravenously. Isoprenaline is another drug that can be given in treatment of Mobitz 2 block. And if drugs fail, then pacemaker can be applied. For 3rd degree AV block, treatment is always pacemaker. That brings us to the end of this lecture. Thank you.